I try and treat people exactly the way they'd want to be treated, exactly the way I would have wanted to be treated. I'm happy with my people. I realize my people are the company. If my people go, my God, the company goes. People are your company. And they take care of the customer. The customer is always right no matter what. So what do we do so the customer's happier? If somebody's unhappy, we try and discover why. And because you treat people this way, and we love them. You walk in our company, it's love. If you go to the front desk here in Century City, this girl just has the biggest smile saying, "Hi, welcome to John Paul Mitchell Systems." She loves what she does. Our big problem is we don't have turnover. We have so many people want to work for us, and the thing is, you got to wait for somebody to die.
Good
now,
problem
as we
to have.
grow, we'll add one or two on, obviously, at a time.
Sure.
And we're pretty big now because we're in 96 countries. Patron's the same way. We're in about 130 countries in the world. And even when I went to visit our people in Mexico at our facility where we make Patron, it's made with love. We have about 1,800 people down there. And I asked several of them, does it upset you about what's going on in the United States where they may close more of the border? And, do you guys want to go to America? And everyone asked, said, are you kidding? We get free lunch here. If we work at night, we get free dinner here. You're so nice to us. You pay us good money. No, we're fine here. We don't want to go. It's how you take care of people anywhere in the world. You don't boss them around. You include them in what you're doing.
And how do you systematize that? Like, because I get it if you're there every day, everybody I've ever heard talk about you, and some of them are people that I know, everyone says you just exude, what you put on for the camera is you. That's really how you are. And there's a warmth to it. There's a sense of love and appreciation. But how do you systematize that? How do you make sure that it pervades your company even when you're not there?
We let all the companies know what we do and why we do it. We have a culture. I'll give you an example. We have almost 120 Paul Mitchell schools throughout the United States, cosmetology schools. Every one of them has to be involved in our culture. Not only do you learn how to be a great hairdresser, hairstylist, great colorist, right? But you have to be part of the culture. They raise money. Every school we have has to raise money every year. Part of that money goes to the local community, part to the nation, and part to the world. They learn in school while it's good to give and help others out. And they also learn what our principles are. Now, we started at John Paul Mitchell Systems, a very unique position. The lady that's running it, her name is Mara Gordine, and she is our ambassador of corporate culture. So what she does is goes around to our whole company, makes sure everybody is reminded of our culture, what we do. All new people must go through an indoctrination on what our culture is all about. And then recently, because we do so much stuff people don't know about, we started a magazine over the internet that goes through our whole universe and their universes that shows what we do as a company to share and change the entire world. Well, everyone connected with us is part of that, whether it's buying a new Coast Guard cutter for the Sea Shepherd to protect whales in the open seas, whether it's taking care of 7,000 orphans in Africa whose parents have died of AIDS, whether it's redoing Appalachia, whether it's here in Los Angeles, Chrysalis, getting homeless back to work. They're all part of it. All the things we're doing in this country, so they all feel like they're part of it. Well, when you're part of something really big, and people take care of you and love you, and you know if something went wrong, you can immediately get a hold of the co-founder of the company, me, and talk to me directly. I live mainly in Austin, Texas, but if I'm traveling the world, which I do a lot, you get hold of my executive assistant and say, we want to talk to JP privately. Whether it's Paul Mitchell, John Paul Pett, Rock, Patron, all companies do exactly the same thing. We try to take care of people. If someone screws up, we remind them, hey, how would you like that if that was you? You wouldn't like that. Something I want to share with your guests also, if I may, is if any time someone screws up, don't ever, ever reprimand them in public. Always reprimand them behind closed doors, one-on-one, so nobody hears. If they hear it, they're going to be covert hostile to you. They'll stab you in the back every chance. It's the opposite for praise. If someone does something good, praise them loudly and in front of as many people as you can, even if it's one person. It makes them feel good and they were acknowledged in front of others. Little things like this helps keep that culture going.